Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Prentice, and I'm coming on here to have a discussion with you all about what's going on in this country recently. Our country has began a war in Iran, and I don't think we actually have an exit strategy or anybody knows exactly what all the motivations is, and the obvious reason of exploitation with disguise of saying liberating the people of Iran and stuff, but American interest, which is oil and other things, we're going in there. But that's not even what I came on here to discuss tonight. What I came on here really for was to say, while we're busy paying attention to wars being fight across oceans and whole other parts of the world, we're seamlessly overlooking what's going on right here in our country with our own U.S. citizens. People can't afford food, people can't afford rent and mortgage and student loan payments, or can't afford health care, can't afford really a lot of things, really can't afford to survive or live. And at this point a lot of people are dealing with this, and basically we're being told, and people are being told, we don't have the money, the resources, the funding to do anything to help you, but we're spending trillions and billions of dollars fighting multiple wars in different countries and fronts with all different reasoning behind why we're doing all of it. So money is flying everywhere. And I was just thinking about how during the Civil War, money depreciated so bad in the Confederate States versus the Union States, and basically to the point where you can go into a place in 1863, there was like a Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital of the Confederacy. There was what's called a bread riot. People like white citizens, Confederate wives and kids, people that were home while the husbands were all fighting wars, they were in these cities rioting at a point because they couldn't even afford simple things like bread and butter or salt, because at the time there weren't refrigerators, so salt was very essential into keeping food fresh to be able to survive. And these are things that we don't really discuss, the economic ramifications of all these things and wars, and how it affects just everyday people, and what are people going to do, the backlash and the after effects of all this. And I think it's going to be just a lot of people left, in the aftermath, kind of just like after the tragedy, everything you see, the aftermath, and that's going to be all U.S. citizens, all of us included. And what they say, when white folks get the cold, black people get the flu. So keep y'all heads up, stay positive, because I think this is really only the beginning, and it's going to only get worse before it begins to even get better. So peace, stay up, keep y'all heads up, love.